Nicole finds out about Martin and Vernon's secret. Jacob is not going to back down now that Smitty has calmed down, and he's also wary of his father. What's good, y'all? It's your good sis Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Beyond the Gates video, and in this one I'm breaking down season 1 episode number 93. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my Beyond the Gates content and conversations. And y'all, I'm a little bit behind. I am playing catch up, so bear with me. Please keep the comments to this video about this particular episode. I know I'm 2 episodes behind, and again, I'm playing catch up. But I definitely needed to come back and do this because I felt like this episode was a pivotal one. And y'all might not like me after I tell you what I want to tell you in this breakdown. Because while I get it, while I understand some people's misunderstanding of Nicole, she is actually not wrong. But so many of us have been normalized to desire humbling, excellent black women, phenomenal black women, articulate black women, beautiful black women. And I feel like when I'm watching a discourse around Nicole and how so many people voice, oh, she needs to be brought down a notch. I just think about that and I'm just like, brought down from where? She needs to be deplatformed or depedestalized from the pedestal that you placed her on? Because Nicole actually has not done anything to exalt herself, to deify herself. She has quite literally just operated in excellence and worked the plan that was laid out for her. She quite literally walked the path that was laid out for her and did so stunningly. And every chance that her family is getting, they are throwing it up in her face. They're holding her accountable to it as if there's something to be held accountable for in reference to being excellent, and ostracizing her along the way. And I hate that so many people in the audience are missing it and jumping on the other side as if it's okay to bash her for wanting to be included, for wanting to be a part of the solution, for wanting to not feel isolated within her family. Because newsflash, y'all, more often than not, the eldest black girl daughter who has had to operate in excellence, who has multiple degrees in extenuating education, has done the charity work, has done the volunteering, has done the mentoring, has been the gracious one, has been the articulate one, also has had to suffer to arrive at a place of excellence that you see them in. They are oftentimes carrying the burden of the perfection that you are requiring of them, not just expecting. And I really enjoyed this episode because being able to see Nicole and Anita go toe to toe with one another, I thought that it was very, very meaningful. And I think it went over a lot of the audience's heads. But again, I really enjoyed it because when I look at Anita, if it was Dani and Nicole, if Dani or Nicole had gotten into a similar circumstance, she would 100% want to know what happened on the side of the road that night, what happened as a result of that night, and what is going on now that night has been brought back into her child's life. She would want to know if that child is suffering for 2 years with trauma and mental health disturbances because of the incident that happened. She would want to know that her child or children had taken the life of someone and have been forever changed. And she would not accept any other way. But when Nicole is asking for transparency, when Nicole is asking for information, she gets told that she ain't have to suffer. She gets told that she wouldn't get it. She gets told that she needs to calm down. No. She is Martin's mother and she deserves to know the same way that Ted deserved to know. And she has, or now, been operating in the season of consistent betrayal of all of the people that love her. And these are all betrayals by choice. What stuck out to me, y'all, is that Anita was kind of speaking throughout the back and forth as if Nicole was immediately like, oh, we need to go to the police. And she never said that once. She didn't even imply it to me. If anything, they made it very clear that they didn't tell Smitty at the beginning because he would want to go to the police. And that would be something that he wouldn't compromise on. Nicole was just asking, why couldn't she be included to be able to support her son at one of the most traumatic moments in his life that she never even knew happened. And then it happened 2 years ago. And not only did it happen 2 years ago, but now this man is back. He is pressuring and positioning himself around her grandchildren while extorting her son, exasperating the trauma, while she's also in a season of learning of the betrayal that her husband gave sexually. And then also the husband lied about this too, because this is yet another secret. So for me, I am just perplexed how so many people are just so willing to abandon Nicole's perspective, abandon her position, as if she has no right to demand transparency, demand communication, demand anything of her family, who has constantly demanded grace from her, has constantly demanded forgiveness from her, has constantly demanded excellence from her. And another note that I made was like, specifically for Anita, I think that in a lot of ways, Anita looks at Nicole and lives vicariously through her. Anita is shady. Anita has been backstabbing to multiple people throughout her life. Anita has exhibited signs of betrayal and selfishness, but Nicole, her oldest daughter, is the version of her that she wishes she was. She put into Nicole, she applied for Nicole all of the things that she hoped that she could be, but probably would never be, because her soul was already tainted with bad decisions. So when I looked at Anita talking to Nicole like, oh, you don't get it because you ain't never suffered, you ain't had to make these decisions, that's a life that you chose for her. You chose to put her in private schools. You chose to push her into higher education. You chose to have her Jack and Jill and this and that. You literally created this person because it fed your ego, and because you like looking at your eldest daughter and seeing someone so poised, seeing someone so excellent, and that doing something for you. And now when this person, because that's the part that people be missing, and I really, honestly, I'm gonna be for real. I resonate with Nicole because I have operated like Nicole within my family. I have been the person who went on and got the higher education, who is the articulate one, who tried to come back to the family and like educate people on this and push people to do that. And I quickly found a role as the black sheep because I'm the progressive one. I'm the one who is trying to get people to go to therapy and talk about their feelings and go for this job or go back to school and do all of the things. I am the person who is operating in the excellence that I was pushed to pursue, so that I wouldn't just be another little raggedy ass bitch in the hood. And then I became demonized for it because I was so different. I became demonized for it because it seemed like I was living an easier life, even though I had my own struggles, same as Nicole having her own struggles. And again, I resonate with her because ultimately, a lot of what the eldest child wants to do, specifically the eldest daughter, she wants to be able to use all of the resources, all the education, all of the information that she has accumulated in her life to be able to support the ones that she loves. And y'all robbed her of that opportunity. She's a damn psychologist, for God's sakes. And her son is having nightmares about killing someone on the side of the road to protect his grandfather in some Jim Crow style horrible horror movie. And y'all robbed her of the opportunity to be able to support her son in that. So yeah, I'm standing 10 toes behind Nicole after this episode. She said what the hell she said. And Anita, we don't give a damn that you're crying. We don't give a damn at the end you're talking about are we terrible people? You might not be terrible people, but sometimes baby you give terrible adjacent because you make terrible ass selfish ass decisions. Because I go back to my original point. Had it been you will be flipping this house over and burning down Fairmont Crest behind yours. So why in the hell would you expect Nicole to not want to do anything up near it or have the same insight as you? I think that a lot of this also, to me, in the conversation between Nicole and Anita, it mirrored some of the things that the Articulates was saying. And you know, I've been on the Articulates' neck because I think that they blame Anita for a lot of things. And specifically after she copped to betraying them, leading them astray, abandoning them, and all of that kind of stuff. But the same things are appearing here within the conversation with her and Nicole and her positioning and how she see things. And now she owes Nicole similar apologies that she gave the Articulates, and she's not actually standing on that. And that's why I'm actually holding her feet to the fire in this moment. Because in this moment, you're more worried about seemingly or looking like the good person versus being the good person and saying, you know what, we probably should have told you. You know what, we can trust you with this information. You know what, this is your son, and if I was in your position, I would actually want to know as well. So I get it, and I'm sorry, daughter. But she ain't give her that. Yeah. So again, I'm standing behind Nicole. Matter of fact, Nicole, get behind me, because they ain't gonna do nothing while I'm standing here, Miss Girl. Aside from that, y'all, we get a moment where Martin, because at the top of the episode, you know, Nicole comes in demanding answers. Martin can't bring himself to tell her what's going on, and he needs to go get some food. So that's what leaves Nicole there with Anita so that she can go ahead and divulge to her what is going on, and they go over to the country club so that they can eat. Martin is worried about Smitty and this being it feels like it's the very end, so they have like a little bit of conversation around that, and Vernon thinks that this is not going to be it. They will wind up getting over this. Now the other contentious stuff that's happening in the episode is tied to Smitty at the house, because Jacob hears about the press conference with his dad, or with his dad at the police station, and then runs over to Smitty and Martin's house and confronts him on like, what the hell is this press conference about? And I'm starting to put two and two together. And Smitty is like, this is my husband, and yes, I was all on board, but he can't actually reveal any of this information because all of the stuff that he found out will wind up implicating Martin. And now the thing that should be over, or seemingly will be put to bed, is going to be brought back up if Jacob starts digging a little bit too much. So he's very standoffish, and that creates a very contentious moment. And I really did enjoy seeing that as well, because Jacob's right, he did switch up. But then also, Jacob, y'all have been alluding to and speaking around for a while, what would you do if you found out the people that you love were implicated? For Smitty, he told you he would do what he had to do to protect his husband. You did something similar up until recently when it was thinking about your dad and how your dad was involved. Now I feel like he's at a place where he's ready to slide his dad right up under the bus and put the cuffs on him himself. And I think that that's going to be the thing for the next few dozen episodes with Jacob. Like, his Boy Scoutness is going to put him at odds with everybody, and I can't necessarily blame him for it, but it is definitely going to be an inconvenient thing right now. Aside from that, we get a couple moments with Smitty comforting Samantha, and overall the episode was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Again, the biggest thing for me was the back and forth between Anita and Nicole, and I'm glad I got that off my chest. That's how I'm moving forward. I know many of y'all are going to disagree, but I said what I said, and I would love for y'all to really consider what I said. It's your good sis, you Let's Talk TV with. I'm gonna see you in the next one.